Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ariba Live 2013. I'm Tracy Matisak, and I'm here with Suzanne Young. Suzanne is Executive General Manager, Strategy and Operations, Commonwealth Bank of Australia. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Tracy.
You also have been a keynote speaker here at Ariba Live, Suzanne, and you shared with the audience a little bit about Commonwealth Bank of Australia. Tell us about it.
Commonwealth Bank of Australia is Australia's largest bank. And we've been in business for now over 100 years, and we're Australia's safest bank.
What was it that convinced you that Ariba Solutions were the right way to go?
Well, it was really the networked aspect of the solution and the modules that were available to us as a customer of Ariba, but how it would also connect with our suppliers and make it easy for them to interact with us and for our suppliers to work with us to do what we needed to do. So I think that was one of the critical elements. The other really important and in fact a turning point in the decision was we did side-by-side testing of the alternate product set versus the Ariba product set. And it really was the difference between something that felt like a manufacturing solution to something that was intuitive and easy to use. And if we were going to get people within the business to use Ariba, then we really needed to make it simple and easy for our people to use. And that's what we did. That's why we chose Ariba.
Share with us a little bit about the impact that Ariba has had. What kinds of metrics might you share with us that would give us a sense of the change that you've seen over time?
Well, we've been able to rationalise our supplier base on Ariba, so down from about 20,000 down to below 10,000. So we have a much clearer idea of who we are doing business with and what sort of business we are doing with our suppliers. In addition to that, we've gone from having a very limited number of our contracts stored in the database. They were stored everywhere, usually in paper, but sometimes in soft copy, but stored across the business. And now we have 100% of our top 95 suppliers by value stored within the system.
You talked about savings goals and pretty ambitious ones,
yes.
And you are well on your way to that. Can you talk a little bit about how Ariba Solutions may have helped you to get to this point?
So our saving goal was $250 million worth of savings over 5 years. And it was a project that we called Project Arrow. And by the end of this year, this financial year, so 30 June, which will be our third year, we will be well on our way to achieving that goal, about 205 of that $250 million. Really what Ariba is helping us to do is to actually get more granular with our information. So the dashboards that we provide to our CFOs and the compliance reporting that we're able to supply as well, they really allow us drill through, click through to be able to see, what are we spending money on. And they're reconciled to our GL, which for an accountant is, absolutely perfect. That's what you want. You want to be able to believe the numbers.
Yes.
And so by really having a greater understanding of where we're spending money, we can also see where the opportunities to save money are. And that's what it's helped us to do.
What about the broader impact? Certainly you've made it easier for customers to do business with CBA. You've streamlined things within CBA. Is there a yet wider impact that might go beyond even your customers as a result of being part of a network like Ariba?
And we've got more work that needs to be done. And part of that will be leveraging the network and working with our suppliers to create innovative solutions and work with them to find where there are opportunities for us to both benefit in productivity savings. So the network will allow us, and Ariba will help support us to do that. As we work in some of these different markets, as I talked about, the US and Europe, New Zealand, looking for suppliers that we want to work with more broadly. And the network will allow us to do that in a more virtual way. I think the network gives us power that we haven't had before. So rather than us having to do lots of the legwork, that's sort of built in.
As you look back over the time that you've been part of the Ariba network, what would you say has been the single greatest benefit for CBA?
Probably the collaboration, so the way that we actually work with Ariba. And Rachel Barger, who was our sales lead, really supported the vision that we had and listened to what we wanted to achieve, and then worked with us to make sure that what Ariba could provide would meet our needs.
We have been talking with Suzanne Young. She is Executive General Manager, Strategy and Operations for Commonwealth Bank of Australia. Thank you so much for being with us.
Great. Thanks very much.